I can see. Volume check. Volume check. Volume's working. I'm live. Yeah, so hello everybody. We are back with some more back with some Genshin Impact. We continue the sumeru quest. So let's get into them. So we need to go to the sanctuary or wherever that is. Come on. Is my character looking away? There we go. And we hear some fixes. And maintenance. Something new here. Archive, what is this? Living beings. These are all monsters we've seen. Really? Sorry about this. Having problems today. Then we close the game. Wonderful. Here we are back. What a mistake. Been having problems with this. My computer, it's not working right. Working extremely slowly. We can fix this. We're loading. And we are back. That little technical difficulty. So go to the sanctuary or wherever that is. And these are wishes. What's this? It's a standard banner. So what is this? Well, let's just continue this quest. like getting a boss fight. Okay, here we are. Reading Nahida.
Should I say it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body.
We finally meet Nahida. We finally meet Nahida.
Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all.
Don't worry about it. You also helped us out.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends! Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling.
Academia's God creation plan.
This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world. It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom,
Okay.
as their Archon, I will make them pay. Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you! I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly?
This is this is knowledge that only you yourself can discover.
Yes, true.
Why
That
couldn't speak?
amazing. I wonder how far along the Academia is with their god. We need to hurry and prevent the. I need to make some preparations. Since first things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was. After all, this might take some time. If we don't stop the god creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight.
So
Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
wait till 1600. We need to talk to Nahida.
How's it going, Nahida? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is truly brilliant. Oh, also, this is for you. Huh? What's this little
What is this?
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations. Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float!
Oh boy.
Things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the trap...
You actually upset?
It's alright. It's only a flying good at comforting people, Nahida.
Mm,
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't trying to comfort you. Nahida, you're a natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even... By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at... You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukudevata. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on
Fighting
you
is my
and help
forte.
out. I'm glad I... So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right. I've located where the false god is.
We gotta reach a Balladeer. Great. So, I think we're good.
What is this place? Is this really the way we need to go? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city? The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being
On.
discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the academia itself. That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two? Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
To help one of their own harbingers become a god.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous. Is that it, though? I've always felt that this Doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's... The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos.
True.
So, this Fatui we had previously come into contact, one is the desire
Sorry.
for gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
And the field counters.
I see. The more we know now, the better we can play.
Yeah.
I see. Alright, time to go.
Guess we're gonna meet Scaramouche in person. Goody.
Work time. Let's begin. Time to work. No excuse for sliding quickly.
Yeah, coming to be. Ha!
It isn't time for a break yet.
Burst forth. Dodge this.
Last thing I need. You just leave. We're locked in.
Freeze. Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
Frozen, so that's good. Lucky gets a pipe. On.
Feel this ancient power. This isn't good.
Yeah. Oh, we need to heal. Please heal. Yeah, we got a barber for that.
Ready, steady, go!
Or full health. Yeah, we need you. We have to teleport.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes.
We climb these pipes. We can. The feeling he's gonna be here in a minute. May take a few tries.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to
Oh,
fix
it's a
it.
puzzle. So get on these platforms.
It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
We're here. Walk across a pipe, or do we? Walk across a pipe. We fall off. Wonderful. Good we. There. A pipe. Or these guys really? What do you do?
Coming to be. Cool it.
Right there. Let's end this quickly.
Dodge this. Useless.
I guess
Yes.
this is it.
Move this thing. Guess we did it. There, so
Let the show begin.
these guys fully healed. This is a boss fight.
Let's dance.
We healed. We healed, so teleport. Find the pipe. Here in the room.
Frozen. Critical frostbite.
Some of these guys here. Stop freezing me.
Moments of birth. Live. Huh. Yeah. Ha.
Yeah, there's shield around us.
Burst forth. Useless.
Get out of the way. How's he getting through the shield?
Live. Ha. Ha. Cool it.
Have idea. Freeze him.
Freeze.
You put water on him.
Come into.
I'm gonna use Kaya. This guy not freezing.
Burst forth.
He's got me in the wall. I can't see.
Come into being. Ha. Ha. Feel this ancient power. Live. Yeah. Ha. Boring.
Okay, so that guy's down, and we got another one.
Burst forth.
This guy,
Let the show begin.
have idea. Not a wall Barbara.
Prepare yourself. Leaving so soon.
My idea is freeze him.
Useless. Boring.
Leaving so soon. Can't run.
Now we can leave. Get the chest. We need heal again.
Let's dance.
Especially Zhao.
Let the show begin.
Eight seconds on cooldown. 2, 1. Zhao's full healed. Kaya needs to be healed. Beto too. Beto needs to be healed. There we go. Rotate it. Okay, so
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
we gotta get on the device.
Come into being.
More of this guy.
Burst forth. Let's move forward.
Threw him off the edge. He respawns. He'll respawn again, is he? Where do we go now? I'm gonna be right back. Let this play.
Those memories. So dark.
Hey, I'm back. So, here we go now. So we gotta find where to go now. So, go back in here. Mess up. Yep. We gotta teleport. Over there. Wait for the cart to come by. That's what it does. It moves those. And unwind right. They do. So here we go.
No more words.
Live. Yeah. Ha. Coming to be. Ha. Ha.
I will end
Time for this guy. On the wall.
I slipped up.
Useless.
End this quickly. This isn't good. What a
Yep,
Burst forth.
this guy could teleport.
Moments of birth. Live. Burst forth. Come into.
Come at me.
You come from? Really?
Joy, we've only just begun.
Burst forth.
Have a load of this. You can't run. Well,
Boring.
roasted, fried.
Evil conquering. Good.
Need to hurry up.
Useless.
This one's well done.
Freeze. This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it. Dodge this.
You need to hurry up. Roasted, fried.
Fun. Don't do this to me, computer. Can do this.
This one's well
Go.
done. You need to hurry up.
I'll protect us. Come on, we can do it.
Change her, please.
Boring.
Any more of these guys, please. Don't let them. Really? These guys keep coming from.
Live. Witness my great undertaking. Burst forth. Come into.
A
Boring.
huge pain. A rosebud achievement.
Useless.
Please get rid of you.
Lament.
Have to do this. You down. Yes, we completed it.
Let the show begin.
The chest. He goes this way. Bring more of this pain. Could be the last one. I think a few more. Go. There's some kind of elevator there. Over here. Okay, so what's going on
Looking
now?
at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
That's not a surprise.
Oh, no. What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against the Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis.
Didn't we do it once
nervous,
before?
Paimon? If you really want to
Oh,
know,
yeah.
of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida? Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well. Curious? Curious about her. To me, everything we perceive, and if it's a form of knowledge,
Sorry.
then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I will personally so that's what you mean.
I am also looking forward to it.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
No, thank you. Guess we gotta meet the ballad. What? He's a gentleman, the balladeer. This is Scaramouche. Please don't wake him. Thank you, Nahida.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god
What
now.
kind of
So we're too late?
yelling stuff is this?
Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the
Where's this
same number
hat?
of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Oh god, this is gonna be a pain.
This imposing aura.
Okay, so
It really feels like a god.
may take more than one try.
Body that capitalizes on the
Please tell me we
Balladeer's
just go
original
back straight in
construction as a
here.
mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom. You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this? But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
The same old balladeer on the inside.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Oh goody.
Feel the same things as you.
Please don't aggravate him.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between
Thank you, Paimon.
gods?
This isn't the last thing we
Lowly
need.
creature,
Thank you.
know your
Yep, he's still the same.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I
Only.
see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I
Excuse
was
me.
never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of wisdom.
But from now on,
Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial.
Thank
This is
you,
where everything is,
Scaramouche.
Booer, the God of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat.
can we just leave?
Come. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a...
I guess we gotta fight him. Goody.
Burst forward.
Doing any damage to him.
Moments of birth. Churn! So.
Doing a little bit of damage to him. Stay close to him, he won't hurt us.
At my
Never mind.
command,
Run.
you shall fall.
God, what kind of prime shogun stuff is this?
Disappear.
Give me a shield, please.
Burst forward. Come into being. Feel this ancient power.
I'm halfway down. Just sitting there doing nothing. Besides that.
My endless cycle begins.
No. Don't run. Should respawn.
Useless. Feeble human.
Put it on
Burst forward.
here.
I'll protect us. Ready, steady, go!
Perish!
Big shield.
Churn!
This thing, this may be more than one. It sucked at it. Doing damage to us. And one's almost over. You gotta do something. Oh, mother. Oh boy, here we go. Zeus in the gigantic mech. This is gonna be fun. Shield.
Come into being.
Really?
Kneel. Cool it. This burn to oblivion.
Not doing damage to him.
Cool it.
Good.
Luck.
See, those are traps. This is. Hold on, we had what? You have to do anything. It was just like Ryan. Please, no. Oh, Mother of God. Somebody do something. On Nikita, do something. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Where's
This
it,
is
sir?
supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
Oh, mother of...
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories
Please,
in your
no
dreams.
more find him. Please don't let us find him.
All that battle experience! It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage.
Thank you.
Lure.
I am
Oh no.
all-knowing God.
We got you on our team.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens.
Just
From
happened.
that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking.
Yeah, press something.
Yeah, huh. Look, this might hurt a little.
I think we need to heal here for a reason.
Burn to oblivion!
It's almost broken. Where is he?
Reality is pain!
It's almost broken.
Dodge this! Good riddance, cruel world.
Oh no. Need a heater. Not that. A heater. Okay, so why does this keep open?
Freeze!
How do we feed him? Right there.
Your new god awakens!
Okay, that was a bad idea.
Now, your eyes have been opened. Come into being. Kneel! Dodge this!
More damages us. We're healing. We're healing.
Come into being. Burst forth.
Can't die.
Reality is pain.
Go wait. Go the other way, Zhao.
Kneel! Get out of my way.
We're healing. Over there.
Burn to oblivion!
Go for the feet. Can't die, we're invisible.
Cool it.
Go ahead, run me over all you want. Die.
Kneel!
I think we got him.
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Please! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. This is... That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Oh.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness? Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this.
Polluted? Must be due to forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger. So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata... Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul. I'm just... sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow.
Words world forget me.
Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in
We
person.
can use that truth to save everybody.
Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are even with the Gnosis' protection. We must... Don't worry, it should be...
So, leave this place.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat? That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction of... Wow! What are these? The monsters
Village
seem to have
Heroes
been
here.
affected by them.
Useless.
just killed Cheryl. Really? What are these things? Just leave. Find him.
Evil conquering. Prepare to die, fool. Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Now this damage, shall we?
Dodged. Freeze.
Come on, we can do it. Let the show begin.
Yeah, throw me off that cliff. Really? And walk off it anyway. It's still here. Get off the cliff. Be right back. Yeah, I've returned. So let's continue to get out of this plan. Out of this area. First, we need to heal. Eat some food. Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit ill.
Come into being.
I'm away from the cliff.
Burst forth. Come into being. Ha. Ha.
Healed on.
Cool it. Dodge this. Cool it.
Almost broken.
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this.
Throw me off.
Freeze. Dodge this. Cool it.
We go over here.
Freeze. Then. Witness my great undertaking. Come into being.
Things are there.
Shut it.
Things are going nuts. Losing our health.
Useless.
Leave, please. Off the cliff, really? Do it.
I'll protect us.
Heal.
I can't stop now. They need me.
Thing can jump. Eat. You can feed our team. Get ready. Waste on this thing fast. Die. Come on.
Dodge this.
Losing our sanity. We're off the cliff, please. Go off the cliff. Not you. Not you, Kaya. Falling off a cliff. Bring somebody back. 16 seconds, we can.
Cool it.
That's the only character I have.
Freeze.
Go off the cliff.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry. Freeze. Dodge this. Cool it. Freeze. Dodge this.
Eat. Bring somebody back.
Four-leaf sigils have appeared in the sky!
So. Have to heal. More monster, please. Just stay on the hill with Charles, so
Useless.
we're off the edge.
Get out of my way.
Out of there.
Freeze. What's the hurry? Cool it.
Leave this area. Stop it.
Freeze. Cool it. Freeze.
You guys down.
I'm not done.
Is he? You need to go away. Leave this plane, please. Look at this still alive. Really more of these things? Now we're down.
Day has finally come.
Try. Now I have a full team back. Partially.
Boring.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Stop it. Really? He's got me stuck. He's got me stuck.
Was unexpected. Here.
Really? Leo has some help.
Burst forth. Come into being. My experiment.
Yeah, so this is a failure. He needs more help.
I feel a little weak.
And they immediately took her down. Great.
Cool it. Useless.
Get rid of big guy.
Get out of my way. The day is finally.
Which Albeo, please.
My calculations were off.
Come on.
Burst forth.
We got shield.
Feel this ancient power. Live. Freeze. Dodge this. Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
When she die.
Freeze.
Guy's almost down.
Cool it. Come into being. Burst forth.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Now we could heal. You heal first.
Let the show begin. I'll protect us.
Gaia first. Comes up here.
Let's dance. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida? Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will
Good.
soon take us out of here. We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Strange thoughts came from time to time.
But everything's been completely normal for Paimon. Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be. Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before? No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job. Hey, you've done a great job, Nahid.
So we out here
So-
finally.
Is this the place you were talking about?
Please, more
The
monsters.
base of Irminsul? Well, this is the place.
Same place from my memories.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, but the ones... Is that... me? She looks exactly... Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
You look exactly the same.
Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're... of the same nature. Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
This is a connection between you two.
If this is true, then am I
Excuse me.
going to be a great archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, it's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Faith in her
Come
too.
to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of... Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this.
Knew it, the Conria Cataclysm.
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the god of wisdom...
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the
It's truly the world's most...
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom, though it was selfish to do so. I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all
Excuse
the
me.
forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen? I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no.
So you realize what that implies? You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Boer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Boer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among the plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Ida, are you alright?
I'm alright.
I'm confused about.
We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying?
Don't tell
I
me.
don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from.
What just happened now?
Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
Forgotten her.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Someone does not seem to remember either. Has everybody really forgotten Great Lord telling the truth? The sound, I feel super sleepy. What's going on?
Huh? That sound. Traveler.
I've been waiting here far too
Oh,
long.
this guy.
But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor. What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on God. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take... Don't worry. I know you would know. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already...
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension. That of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment. For example, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me?
After all, I'm also a scholar.
Your hypocrisy is built on... I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principle?
Awaken the heavenly principle? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? House, I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god of wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow
Excuse me.
Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. Yes. How very interesting. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't, what did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their—
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do—
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged. Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time. But what I'd like to know is,
Excuse me.
how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
True.
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious.
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge.
You'll make this moment
count. You will regret this.
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once there won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for another chess piece. And where is your—
Don't be greedy, Harbinger.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Arrogant as that is.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are—
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, with negotiations, we've all gotten what we want.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up!
Good morning,
Good
Paimon.
morning! How are you feeling today?
Pretty
Good
good.
to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going
That's
on
right. And that day we lost consciousness in battle.
Come on, traveler!
So
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
What's the hurry?
Yesterday, a total of 5 dusk birds.
statue 7 healed. Okay, so we need not. And the game just froze. There we go. Be right back. Hey, I have returned. So, let's finish this. Eat a little bit. I'll take all A.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
Good morning, call A.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Everyone has already
I
read
wanted
it.
to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. All right, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Milu. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
Doing our part.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
Into call A.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform.
Total of 5 dusk birds.
How many Rupeshava mushrooms do I settle?
We need Tata Tainari.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine, I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
And you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Your master alright?
Yes, he's a little weak, but He isn't injured, and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the Forest Rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission that...
You've recovered well.
Yay!
Okay, so go to Grand Bazaar. So teleport there. Go this way. Down in here.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our...
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Milu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letter, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just... Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
Chris, you're right.
You have no...
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dance as having good taste, then almost everybody because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't receive the letters?
We'll go and check.
We can also check out how everything is...
Know where everybody...
As for Sino, I'm not too sure about Romp. As for Dunyarzad...
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Find where Al Hatham is. We freeze him first.
This will be frozen in time.
seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him.
Oh boy.
You wouldn't believe how terrible. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about.
No way.
Cave.
Ah.
Guess we introduce Kame.
Freeze!
We freeze everybody. I want to enter the house. So yep, there's Kave.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he
I
might
can
not.
so
Put
now.
down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
Please
Doesn't
do.
matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking
these
you if
two.
I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
This is Alhaitham's roommate.
I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Kasharawar.
Yeah, that's
Besides,
his
as
roommate.
a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was
Yep,
your
they're
first
going at it.
Well, then you might as well move out of...
Are you
Told ya.
threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
See how this plays out.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with
This
your
is interesting.
construction project? Tell me.
This is
when are you going to
interesting.
build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying.
Where we get Tatu Kave. That was Kave.
Hey,
It's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages.
6 great sages
To
sound
imagine
pretty
such-
powerful.
You're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after.
So who's managing things in the other...
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a...
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
So you're still a leader.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's what...
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
He didn't seem to believe a word you told
Which
him.
is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of
For your
Sumeru.
hard work
Such
these
is the
days.
work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the...
All right. I'll see you.
So port our nose, or should we just call a stream? Port our nose. Port waypoint instead. I'll stream soon after this. Yeah.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could you...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
In your Zod.
Dear God, it's been so long since we've seen you.
Good. How about you?
I'm
How are
doing
you?
well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Expect to
That's
see
right.
you here.
My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've...
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna...
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
I hear
I
anything
heard
about
that
that.
Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
I mean, did
Ugh,
I mean,
forget
offer
about
us a
it.
job?
Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find...
But you know, if you take him up on the off, because you're super...
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because...
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
It's being
Once the
freeze
whole
how
Dendro
she
Archon thing
operates.
is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to...
Huh?
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh, didn't...
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she said...
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time...
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning.
So what it really sounds like is...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never...
Sorry to make you two come on.
It must be something important for...
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Great! I'll be sure to...
Count me in too. But is there some sort of...
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think...
All right, then this is...
The feast will be held in 2 days, so...
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh, by the way...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had some... As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that... Don't mention it.
All right, I'm torn.
So let's talk to Sino. We're on time. villages.
Catch the wind.
I know, right there.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino!
In a while.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for taking us to him.
You're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual, but you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help.
Roman! And...
Oh, you know?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous.
Don't worry, these are our friends.
I see.
What you been
I'm
doing lately?
well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Not gonna be a scholar
It's
anymore?
not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting...
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the My plan was able to go smoothly.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to—
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the—
Enough about us. Are you—
No, not at all. Neva wanted to write to everyone, but a celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamat. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast?
You didn't know.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well,
Good,
I
might as
still have a
well.
lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so...
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although the messages, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
They're giving a message.
Complete as well.
Got it.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna call and stream. Thank you guys for